Jan Böhmermann kriegt noch mehr Steuergeld, um ein Pro-Palästina-Event zu organisieren mit Rapper und Sänger und eine Veranstaltung, die Pro-Palästina ist. Davor kriegt Jan Böhmermann, unsere Jimmy Kimmel, noch mehr Steuerkohle, um so einen Schwachsinn zu machen. Ganz komisch, oder? Ganz komisch. Sicher von einer Regierung, die immer wieder meint, die hast kein Geld. Die haben kein Geld. Die können die Bürger nicht entlasten. Die können nichts machen, was die versprochen haben. Es wird alles teurer. Sorry, guys, wir haben kein Geld. Aber für Jan Böhmermann und sein Pro-Palästina-Konzert haben die schon Geld. Ganz crazy. So yeah, people. It's so amazing. So we're here in Germany, and this German government keeps saying they don't have any money to give the citizens a little bit more cash in their pocket. They've got no money to continue the pension funds. They've got no money for anything, but they do have money to give an already financed organization, which is the state propaganda television. They have money to give our Jimmy Kimmel, Jan Böhmermann, more money from a different department in order to organize a pro-Palestine concert here in Germany, which is odd because the government is not on the side of Palestine here, okay? Let me tell you all, the government is on the side of Israel because the government is financing Israel to slaughter hundreds of thousands of innocent people in Gaza. That's what's happening. Now, I know that the German people in general are like, well, we have to be on the side of Israel because not being on the side of Israel would be anti-Jewish or anti-Semitic. That's obviously not true, right? That's total bull. If you think that, you've been brainwashed, okay? You've been brainwashed. Let me tell you something. Look at Gaza, right? We all know, yes, Hamas, very bad. All the things, I get it, okay? Hamas is bad, right? But if you know there's a murderer in an apartment building, right? And you're like, well, there's the murderer's in that apartment building and he's hiding somewhere in there. The first inclination the police have is not to say, well, I tell you what, let's blow up the whole fucking building and everybody in it. That way, the murderer's not going to get out. That way, we're going to get him. Yeah, you'll kill the murderer, but you're also going to kill everybody else. And that's what Israel is doing. Everybody knows it. Everybody sees it, right? And it's completely... How could anybody be on the side of a country or a government? Let's put it like that. How can anybody be on the side of a government who is just eliminating, right? Eviscerating thousands of innocent people in their fight against Hamas, right? That's madness. Anybody who supports that is madness. They're crazy. I'm sorry. Anybody who supports that is absolutely crazy. It makes no sense. Okay? So, I get why there's people that are pro-Palestine. I get why people are saying, look, the only real solution is, two states separated, each governed individually. That makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense, right? Because the people that live in Gaza don't want to be subjugated by the Israeli government anymore. I wouldn't want that either, right? And so I get that people are trying to animate the government in the form of protests or concerts or whatever to get them to stop paying for the slaughter of innocent people. If Israel wants to do that, they should do it not with my money. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to support anybody else's fucking war. Not Ukraine, not Israel, not nobody. Not America's shit. I don't want to support anybody's fucking wars. Okay? That's not my fucking problem. You know who started those wars? Politicians, right? And politicians to me are illegitimate people that claim to have authority over everything you do in your life. But they really don't, right? They really fucking don't. So, I don't agree with the slaughter of a bunch of innocent people any fucking where. And you know why? Well, because let's say we got invaded by Putin, right? The thing that all the politicians are so scared about. Oh my God, Putin's going to be in Berlin. Oh my God. Yeah, that's not happening. Okay? That's not happening. But let's say it did happen. What if the Putin government decided to just fucking shell everybody in Germany with a bunch of fucking missiles? Now, who cares about the citizens? We're not going to go in, and fight the military. We're just going to fucking blow up all of Germany. You wouldn't like that either, would you? You know what I mean? That wouldn't be real great. Right? That wouldn't be real great. Germany didn't like it when it happened in Dresden. And the whole world should not have liked it. It's crazy. Right? So how can the same people that would not want themselves to be bombed to oblivion think it's okay for Israel to do that to other people? Is it because because the people are Muslims or Islamists? Is that why people don't give a shit? Really, I'm just wondering. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not on the side of Islamists. I don't want Islam having anything to do with my life. Look, people can be can preach Islam. They can believe in the Quran and Islam. That's their thing. They can do that. I just don't want it having any influence over my life. But I don't want Christianity having influence over my life either. Right? I don't want any ideology having any influence over my life. I want to live and let live. You let me live how I want to live. I let you live how you want to live. When we can come together to do a deal or have some fun or whatever, cool, I'm all for it. Don't matter where you're from. But I don't want anybody's crazy fucking religious zealotry having any influence over my life. Not Christians, not Jews, not Islamists, none of them. So I wonder why people are like, no, Israel should just kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. I don't get it. And I get why people are upset that I am upset also that my money is being used to finance this pro-Palestine concert thing. But I'm more upset, right, that my money's being used to give to Israel to blow up a bunch of innocent people. Let me tell you that. That is more upsetting to me. I'm sorry. And I'm going to have to attack the guys at News, the news channel, the only real news channel in Germany. News. They watch them every day. Get a lot of the stuff that I want to talk about from watching them because they give the news. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So I had to talk about it. Today is one of those days. But I've got to criticize them. They are up there. They are the supposed free speech warriors. Just like the people in America that are pro-Israel, right? All of them were, a lot of them are on the right. A lot of them are on our team, so to speak, right? And they were all free speech fucking warriors, right? And News, the guys at News, are also free speech warriors, right? Except, of course, when it comes to this. Because now they're out there on their program this morning calling for people to petition the government to make sure that this concert doesn't happen because it's Jew hatred. Listen, guys, listen. Just because you don't want the Israeli government slaughtering a bunch of innocent people doesn't mean you hate Jews. These fucking people need to stop saying shit like that, right? Fuck you, okay? I don't hate Jews, okay? Not at all. But I don't agree with Israel's policy. I don't agree with the way they're carrying out this war. Not at all. And I would much rather my money, even though I think it's a waste of money, right? And I'll tell you why in a second. Much rather my money go through to some, concert that maybe cost $1 million than the billions of dollars or euros that is being sent to Israel in my name and your name in order to allow them to continue to slaughter a bunch of innocent people. I'm also super disappointed that Trump is still financing Israel as well. Right? And Ukraine. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, let me also just say, those people that are cheering for this pro-Palestine concert from Jan Böhmermann, right? Those that are cheering about it and think it's great. If you think that you are getting somewhere with your government, don't believe the hype, okay? Because the government is on the side of Israel, right? The government's on the side of Israel because they finance Israel. So their position is clear. Friedrich Merz got up on stage at some point a couple months ago, and it looked like he was going to stop weapons delivery and money delivery to Israel for this war. He didn't agree with what they were doing in Gaza. It's going overboard, he said. And but still, the money is going there, right? So Friedrich Merz is lying. He's doing what all of these sneaky fucking politicians try to do, is they try to play both sides. So they're like, their position is basically, well, we're going to continue to finance Israel. We have to be on the side of Israel because America wants us to be on the side of Israel, and so does pretty much all the Germans. We have to be on the side of Israel because of our history. Listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I didn't have anything to do with that history, right? So I don't have to be on the side of Israel. As a matter of fact, the more the government or anybody tells me that I have to be on Israel's side, the less I want to do it. Okay? So I am not on the side of Israel. But that doesn't mean I'm on the side of Hamas, right? That doesn't mean that. But that's what Neos and all these pro-Israel people constantly try to do. First, they're not really free speech warriors when it comes to criticizing Israel. That's one thing. They're all for free speech unless you talk shit on Israel. Then they're like, shut the fuck up, let the government shut these people up. They don't have freedom of speech rights. They're anti-Semites. And the Neos guys are playing the same game, and I don't like that shit. That's annoying, right? That's annoying. I WhatsApped them today and told them that, but I don't think they're going to play that on their show. I don't think they're going to play it. I'm sure they're not going to. So, look, the government is not on the side of Jan Böhmermann and the pro-Palestinian people at all, right? And the only reason they're allowing this concert thing to go ahead is they want to throw those people a bone. They're like, look, guys, we're on your side. You can have your little concert. It's like, let them eat cake, right? It's like Marie Antoinette. It's like, we got to give them something. Fuck it, give them some cake. So give them this little thing, let them protest, but we're going to continue to fucking finance Israel. And on the world stage, we're going to continue to represent Israel and stand for Israel. And Friedrich Merz is just like Keir Starmer and all of these other weak-ass politicians. Keir Starmer in the UK just declared Palestine a state, right? They basically acknowledged Palestine to be a state. But do you think Keir Starmer's doing that because he actually believes that Palestine should have a state? Or is he scared of all the Islamists that they've led into the UK over the last decades? I think it's probably that. Right? See, the Islamification of Europe and the UK is already well underway, and the politicians have no idea what they're going to do in order to stop it, so they are subjugating themselves to it. They're trying to play both sides, right? They're trying to still finance Israel and, protect Israel and stand by Israel, but they're also trying to placate, to kind of soften up all the radical Islamists that they've led into this country, right? That's what Friedrich Merz is doing. That's what Keir Starmer is doing. So anytime you see them go, we really believe, no, you can't believe anything these people say ever. They lie every time they open their mouths, right? Because if they were really pro-Palestine, if they were really wanted to be part of the solution and push for a two-state solution, which is basically the only solution possible, right? If they really wanted to do that, they would stop giving money to Israel for their war. If Israel wants to fucking wage war on everybody around it, they can without our money. Right? But the politicians don't want to do that. They want to continue giving our money to them. And then they want to pretend like they're actually on the side of the poor Palestinian people. the poor Gazan people. But that's just pretend. So the fact that you got Jan Berman gets to have a little concert is in no way a win for them, right? It's no way a win. You can protest all day, every day about shit like this, and it's never going to change until you get a different government in office. These people are going to continue to give your money to Israel to blow up kids. It's just that simple. No matter how many concerts or protests or anything. But they also want to get voted in again, so they're just going to lie to those fucking people that are pro-Palestine and say, guys, we got you. We're going to have this concert with fucking awesome Jan Berman, the biggest dildo on television, really. The guy is a fucking utter cocksucker. He is a loser. I can't stand his fucking arrogant cocksucking face. I can't. I hate the guy. I hate the guy. Just like Jimmy Kimmel and all them fuckers from America. Same fuck. It's like Agent Smith from The Matrix. Just with different clothes on and different hairstyle and no sunglasses, right? It's crazy. These leftist fucking people are like zombies. They're automaton zombies. No matter where you look, it's the same guy sitting there. The uni professor, the fucking Jan Berman, Jimmy Kimmel, Colbert, all these fucking people are the same people. You know what I'm saying? It's unbelievable. But what I was trying to say is, look, listen. They're going to let them have the concert, but they're not going to change their policy, right? They're not going to change their policy. The only way to stop having your government finance other people's wars is to elect other people, right? Elect people that are not going to do that, right? That will stop doing shit like that. I thought Trump was going to stop in America, right? Maybe eventually he will. Maybe it's just taking some time. And Trump's been kind of slow out the gate. Now things are really starting to pick up in Trump world. So maybe that'll be one of those things where he's just like, look, I'm done. We're done. But at least America has a reason to continue, dealings with Israel because of the intelligence sharing they've got, right? Israel is their ear on the ground in like hostile Muslim territory. So I kind of get it a little bit, even though, that can't be the only reason. You can't be that captured by another country that you continue to pay for them to slaughter innocent people. That's unacceptable by any government. German, American, doesn't fucking matter. So, two things. The people that are pro-Israel, you're allowed to have your opinion. I don't think it's the right opinion, but you're allowed to have it. And you're allowed to voice it. And you're allowed to protest for it. Right? So also, the people that are not pro-Israel, in this case, right? They're also allowed to speak, like me. That doesn't automatically mean I have to be shut up. So the people that are out there talking about free speech, well, remember, free speech also counts for those of us that don't agree with Israel. And it seems to me like the people that agree with Israel kind of want to shut everybody else up. They're for free speech, except on this topic. In the States, it's the same shit. The people that have been out there fucking railing about free speech in America, when it comes to Israel, they're like, no, shut up. Shut that guy up. Put him in jail. He's an anti-Semite. It's fucking unreal. It's unreal. It really is like I'm living in a permanent acid trip. It really is. That's what I feel like. Permanent acid trip, and not really a fun one. It's more like a shitty one. Right? It's a bad trip. So, I'd rather everybody get to have their fucking opinion about something, right? Whatever our opinion is, not going to change a fucking thing about the situation, right? I am not for Israel slaughtering a bunch of innocent children and people in Gaza. I'm not. But no matter how high I jump about it, how many times I protest about it, how many times I talk about it, they're not going to change it, right? They're not going to stop financing Israel. Same thing with Ukraine. I've been against this Ukraine shit from the beginning. Wait a minute, we don't have any money. How can my money that's not there go to fucking financing Ukraine shit? I didn't create this fucking problem. Why the fuck do I have to pay for it? But it doesn't matter what we think. Our opinions are irrelevant to these people that are running the show. They hate us. They don't like either side. They don't love the pro-Palestinian people. They don't love the pro-Israel people. They love power and themselves. They don't give a fuck about any of us. So we can have all the opinions we want. It's just not going to change anything. Okay? So I get the frustration. You know what I'm saying? I'm just as frustrated. You know what I mean? I'm just as frustrated. I really am. But let's remember one thing. No matter how much you hate Jan Böhmermann, or the people he supports, or the side that he's on, they still have the right to their opinion on this topic. Now, that doesn't mean they have the right to fucking smash shit up or hurt Jews or physically assault people. Of course not. The government has to do something about that. Or the people are going to have to do something about that themselves. That's what the government is there for. To protect all the people from each other and from outside threats. That's why they have the monopoly on violence. So they have to use it. Right? They have to protect the people from getting hurt by other people. Especially since they let in all the people that are doing all the damage and doing all the hurting. Right? They let them in from other countries. Maybe that wasn't such a great idea. Huh? But no, they're not going to learn their lesson. They're continuing to let more in. They're flying in more Afghanis as we speak. On your money. So again, people, listen, these countries we live in are not free countries. They are not democracies. If it was a free country and a democracy and a government by the people for the people, where these people that are in power are actually servants to us instead of our moral finger-wagging betters, right? Then we wouldn't be being forced to pay for any pro-Palestine shit or any Israeli war or Ukraine war or any shit like that. You should be, as a taxpayer, in my opinion, you should be able to opt out of that shit. You should be able to say, nope, I don't want to support the war. No. But you can't. So you are not free. You're not free. We are not free. That's the position we have to start from. If you want to be free, we're going to have to work towards it. That means a lot more people are going to have to open their fucking mouths, start voting for different parties than these establishment morons that have been running the show for decades, right? And start being more involved in what is going on. The reason why these people get away with all this shit is because most people are like, I don't care, I don't have time, I voted for them, let them figure it out. Well, and if that's the road you want to take, then you'll be living in a society like we are now, or worse. It could get more totalitarian, remember COVID. But stop fooling yourself about, well, if we live in a free country, we're one of the freest places. No, you're fucking not. No, you're not. As long as your money's being stolen from you to support the slaughter of a bunch of innocent people in another country, or a war that was caused by politicians you have nothing to do with, you are not free. That's the message. So, I get it. Jan Böhmermann's a fucking dildo. I get it. He is. I hate the guy. I really do. You know what I'm saying? And I would, of course, wouldn't care if the government cracked down on Jan Böhmermann, took away his speech rights. You know what I'm saying? If the government decided to do that to them instead of us for once, I'd be like, all right, well, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Too fucking bad. These people have been trying to shut us up. People like Jan Böhmermann have been against people like me ever since he's been on TV. And he would have gladly have, locked up unvaccinated people and all kinds of his crazy ass ideas. So if he gets hammered on by the government, I don't give a fuck, but that's not going to happen. right? That's not going to happen. What surprises me is the regular people like Muse, like the regular people that are clear-headed and rational and reasonable and live in reality in all cases, except when it comes to this Israel thing. Then suddenly it's like, well, no. Reality, compassion, reason, common sense, that shit all good. Free speech, all out the window when it comes to Israel. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. So we should just let Jan Bermerman do his thing. And if the government decides to use their power against the left for once, instead of the right, then of course I'm not going to complain about that. I'm not going to defend Jan Bermerman, okay? Fuck him, right? Fuck him. But the reason I made this video is just to make clear to everybody that this shit, what's happening with this concert, that is just a throw you a bone type of thing. The government's not changing their policy. The government wants to continue to support Israel slaughtering a bunch of innocent people. They're gonna, no matter how many concerts Jan Bermerman gives. And again, as much as I hate Jan Bermerman, I'd rather pay for that concert than I would pay for Israel to slaughter more innocent people. That's just me, people. I don't know about you. But I think that everybody out there that uses common sense at all sees I'm right about this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on. All right. That's what I got today, people. Hopefully y'all have an awesome weekend. Don't let the negativity get the best of you. And we'll see you guys next week.